Well, my 2 or 3 peeps that may watch this video, I have a change of plans today. I got to get back down in the pit at the end of it. I'm going to put a valve in first, a test valve, or a valve for testing this line over here to show this bait so it's not making a bunch of noise. And I'm sure it's going to be muddy down there. I'll wear my Hydrant suit today. Got quite a bit of rain last night, and never fails. Seems like if I ever need to go work in this frickin' thing, it's been rain. But I'll show you what I'm talking about. This. That pipe coming up is kind of a hazard for me, if you will, because you can see it's just sticking above ground. So therefore it's susceptible to freeze and breaking, which then means a real pain in my ass. So what I'm going to do is put a valve, because I think I know the line servicing that thing, which I was kind of curious as to what this other line was for. I think in one of my videos it's like I was expecting one water line to be here and there was 2. And that second line was this PVC one right down there. So my guess is that PVC valve, or that PVC line there, is feeding that line. So I'm going to stick a valve on it right there. Easy to get at, and just that I can turn on and off. And if I turn it off and it shuts that valve down there, it shuts that down off there, then that line is not needed up here. And then what I will do is I'll take that line, even though it's going to be a pain in the ass, I'm going to take that line, lift it up to back here, and I'm going to put a, probably right here because that gives me more room to work, and I'm going to put a spigot in here. But first is I got to test it. So I need to check this valve, but then on the inside I don't think it's feeding anything else. I'm not even sure what it's feeding this line for. I'm not even sure what this line was for, unless it was for the irrigation. But that, I don't mean to crumpling with the bait. Just not sure what it's for. I hope it doesn't tee off down to that spigot. But we'll see. That's why I want to test it. And so that's the water going to the irrigation system there, which I still have to fix something there too. Damn it, I forgot about that. You got to dig up the ground over here and fix a broken pipe, because when we turned this on, it created a little swampy thing down here in the yard. So that tells me there's a pipe broken. Probably done when they did the yard, or it just could be that it when I was testing stuff out, turned it on, got water in it, and it froze and broke down there. And that's more than likely. I more than likely did it. So we'll see. But first thing first is let's go score a valve, put a couple of fittings on it. I think I have everything I need. That's why I buy extra stuff, or sometimes stuff that I just see and think, huh, that's kind of cool. May need that at some time or another. So I just buy it, have a little bit of inventory. So I have a 1-inch valve, ball valve, PVC ball valve, and I think I have the thread to slip on fitting, so I'll just got to cut that PVC line and put this valve in, and while I'm down there I'm going to cap those other lines that were cut, the old lines, cap them guys off, and we'll call it a dead day. Did a little bit of tidying up last night. I was just so beat, but I just left my tools out in my tray. So let's see you later, my man. Ready? Kristen and Steve on 93.3. Next thing you know, I'll be getting another copyright infringement. So, 1, 2, and a valve. Look at that. So the only parts that will get sacrificed for this effort are these 2 threaded slip-on adapters. So let's go over here. I didn't have enough energy to pick my broom up last night. Put my heat gun away. Man, it was so hot yesterday, and I was shoveling. It was painful. This perfect, but I just want to make sure it doesn't blow out of there. So I'll be able to reuse this if it in fact works out. I can use some of my cheaper tape here. Again, don't criticize how I'm doing this, because I'm just putting the scrap on here for a test. Actually, I wonder. One way or the other. It's either controlling that valve, that water, or it's not. And if it's not, I don't know where it's going, but I'm pretty confident it's that. I'm wondering if it's controlling something else, if this might have to be a permanent valve. That's a good question. Well, if I gotta make it permanent, I can always take it back out and put in I can get 2 valves at Lowe's, because I'll have to go to Lowe's and get a 1-inch. If I put a spigot on, I got to put a new 1-inch valve in front of it, just like the other one, so I can isolate the spigot from the rest of the water should I need to ever fix it. You don't want to have to shut the whole house down. You don't want to have to shut the whole house down of water to fix one of those spigots, because those things can be painful to do, and maybe you can't get it done in one day. And if not, you want to be able to shut the house down, or leave the house functioning while you work on the spigot. So okay. All right, so I dug out my pipe a little bit there. I'm going to clean it off. I think I'm going to have to cut a little of it off, because I think part of it got flared when I put that incorrectly put that barb fitting in it. All right, again, this is just a plug, so I'm not freaking on it too bad. This pipe, you gotta kind of cut it slowly, or else it'll crack it. All right, so just do this, since I got some mud on that down there. Do this, and this hole will be able to get buttoned up. Just like that. There we go. All right, sorry I didn't have my video on, but I assembled that, got it in there. So just a simple caps going on this line, and I'm going to put that valve in line here, and then test that line out to see if it shuts that pipe down there by the barn off. Hoping it does. Well, I'm hoping it does for the right thing, and then it means I'm going to put a spigot in at the end of this line, back by the fence, by the split rail fence line here. But this just gets a cap, and again, this is just to shut this down from leaking through here. I don't know if this was a source of water to other stuff. You know, I wonder if this was a source going the other way. I knew there was going to be a lot of water from this, but I let that set for a second here. It's not, you know, it's not like a permanent installation, so. Okay. Quick valve install, turned off. No water out of this one. Let me check out, make sure I still have water to the I don't know if that was, I don't know what that line was for. God bless it, it had to be for something. Okay, still got water there. I got to get a fuse for this, and I don't know if this was poking up here for a blow-off valve for these two lines down here. I just don't know. Why was this line here? Why were you here? I don't know. This stuff gives me a headache. So many what ifs. This will be the valve that goes in line prior to this next spigot that I put on. And what I don't have for that spigot, and I was just at the store, I thought I had one, is a 3/4 inch threaded by 1 inch barbed 90-degree fitting for the bottom of that spigot. And I was just there, and I have a 90, but thinking I had two of them, but the one I have is a 1 inch by 1 inch, and these spigots have a 3/4 inch threaded fitting on the bottom. Anyway, I'm going to put this together. I'll get it installed, can turn this off, and at least I can get that part of it done. I may have to just order that 90-degree fitting and deal with that. But let me get this thing put together here. Valve done. I just went ahead and used the 1 inch. I got a 1.25 inch valve as well, but I didn't have the fittings for it, and it looked like this stepped it down a lot, but it doesn't actually. The inside diameter is a little bit bigger than the inside diameter of of this guy here, so pretty straight shot down through there. There's a very slight reduction, but it's just servicing a spigot, so don't really care too much about that. Done. You better get out of there. Now we're gonna have to get that frog out of there. Damn thing. I had it shoot off down the road here, but so now it's gonna go on in here as first sand. I'll fill that up with some of the sand, give it a foundation, and then I'll put some stone on top of that. But now I got to get that frog out of there. Damn it! I don't know if you saw him hop down there. Frog, you got to get out of there, man. Damn it! I don't want to have to get down in there. But I guess I'll have to if I want to whack that frog. Son of a bitch. Alright, I've been hand shoveling my ass off, getting this cleared out. Buried this with a good portion of that sand over there, and with this pile here. So I can lay some stone in here now. And then see about running some stone along further on down towards the first spigot there, and start pushing this dirt in. I got the tape, the yellow tape in my gator over there. So I put this stone down, get a little dirt in, I'll put that layer of tape, start putting that tape down. Get out to the wild side. Alright, well, let's see if I can't move this tractor down and dump this bit of gravel I have a little bit further on down that way. Saturday. Man, I was off a day. I thought yesterday was Thursday. Little did I know it was Friday. So today is ditch filling day, and hopefully that stainless valve will get delivered, and I can put it at the end of the run on that 1-inch glue line, so I can put that spigot I bought on it. Well, at least get it prepped to do that. I gotta wait for that 90-degree elbow to come in for the bottom of the spigot. So today, hope to get the ditch filled in. So we'll start the day off. It's not as bad today, but it's still pretty damn muggy out. So a fun day of shoveling and dirt. Ditch action underway. So what no, and it's pretty good over here. We're not too bad. So what we're going to do is, you can see how I have a row of dirt along that side, and I've already was shoveling, as you can see, filling stuff in, and then I did stone. So now what I want to do is do some more hand shoveling to go on top of the stone, and I can't really use the tractor a great deal. It's just painful to push all that up, and then because I don't want to put
that rain.
Well, yeah, it rained it dumped on me last night. I didn't get out of here in time. I just want to get this covered up, like with another 6 inches or so, maybe a little more, and we'll see how it goes. Might use the tractor, but then I want to put the yellow tape on top of this. Yeah. Just run it along top of it. So then what'll happen is, if God forbid anybody ever has to dig in this trench again for the water lines, when they hit the tape, they know they're getting close to the water lines. They hit the stones, they know they're even closer to the water lines. So it's just kind of a marker. But either that, or since now there's more than one here, possibly could use the tractor, because I can't see what I'm doing too well.
Yeah.
Just to get a little bit, might be able to use the tractor just to get a little bit with somebody watching it.
Yeah, I would say,
and then
the lazy person in me is speaking too, that's going to be a lot of shoveling. Even
I've done it. I've already.
I know. So I'll use the tractor.
I've already been doing it. Now you know.
Yeah.
Like you can see this whole. You can see where I've been digging out of this stuff. It's pretty loose stuff. It's real sandy. But with more than one person here, this is what I mean, Boo. You want some exercise? I got exercise. With more than one person here, we could use the tractor.
I would say at least try with the tractor first.
Well, then the third person. So why don't we do this? Do you want me to operate the tractor and you watch it, or do you want to operate the tractor and watch it, or do you know?
Well, first,
what do you want to try doing?
Well, I don't want to tell you how to operate it without knowing exactly what you want to do with it.
You're just trying to like tip the. I'm just trying to get a thin layer of dirt.
You said like 6 inches, right?
Yeah, 6 inches, a foot. If we'd use the tractor, probably put a foot of it down.
Okay.
So.
Well, what do you want the third person to do?
Well, that's what I mean. So.
Do you want to? Are you like patting it down?
No, I'm not really. Just letting it go. The third person could actually start working on this.
I'll do whatever. I don't
care. Okay. Start filling this, and this needs to get done by hand, really. Start fill the rest of this in.
Like just this trench right here?
Yeah, so the spigot, you know.
I'll do that because
why don't you do that?
Manual labor.
That's what I mean. You get some exercise shoveling. There's the yellow handled shovel, which is the lighter shovel, Boo. So that's and you can see this white pipe, Boo. Don't cover this white pipe up. Don't. Because I got to reconnect it to that one down there.
Oh, that's okay. That's over there. You just want like to the bucket, basically, right?
Yeah, and around it, because this bucket, I'll show you, is what I did. is down there, if you look, is a valve. That valve controls this. So I need to cover around it, and then what I use is I made this little gizmo to do this with.
That's smart.
Off,
Smart.
on. So if you ever have a problem with this thing, because you know they're buried deep,
Yeah.
I don't have to shut the whole house down of water to fix it. I just shut that valve off, and then everything can stay going, and then I can dig this out to fix it. As you know, I've had to fix a couple of those. I'm going to put another one of these at the end of this, I found, so but I got to wait for that valve to show up today. So you can fill in around here. Just be careful around this thing. It's getting fairly solid, but
what dirt are you just using?
just
for
that stuff right there. It's kind of sandy. The top of it will be wet, but it's really sandy stuff. And then Adam, with I'll run the tractor, and you can help manage the dirt and stuff with the tractor. It's just hard. I just don't want to dump a shitload of dirt in here. So I guess we'll start. Actually, if you see here, I started last night before I got dumped on with rain. I started doing this. That's what happens when you're not watching out. I almost filled that whole trench up. But this I started by hand, so we can just go ahead and just start from here, and we'll work our way down.
Okay. No, I'm good.
You want?
I have some of this.
You got. Okay. And there's a pair of your
Does
stuff.
anybody want drinks? Can you bring
Yeah,
drinks
grab
over?
the drinks. Well, let me get the tractor and go around to the other end.
Okay. And then what's the tractor gonna do? Just like.
So what I'm gonna do is, I'm going to get on that side of the dirt pile.
Yeah.
Use the tractor to grab it, and I may not be able to come forward too much.
Yeah.
Because, see what I mean?
Shovel out of the scoop.
Yeah, see what I mean here? If I get the tractor and start pushing stuff forward, I can't get. If I was just shoving it in, it wouldn't be a problem.
I get that. I understand.
So then I'll get the bucket on there, then we can shovel out of the bucket.
Let's do that.
And we should be able to knock it out fairly quickly.
Oh yeah, too easy.
You know what I mean? But I can't until I get ready just to push all this shit in.
Yeah.
It's kind of a slog.
Yeah, I get that.
And when I was by myself, I started doing it there, and I got too close to the ditch.
I've seen that.
And I covered it all up, which I didn't want to do at this point in time. All right. The pit of despair, the trench. Just forward.
Like an L?
Yeah. I always go in low with it.
Take two.
All right.
On today's episode of Margot running
Margot on tractor. So we have made progress in that we've got the trench leveled with the tape. Now we're going to start filling in with dirt. Then we'll put some rebar every so often. And I got Adam Adaminsky and Margot Patargo on tractor. Adam's on lead shovel, Margot's on backup tractor, and I'm up here. Come up here, boo. Just right on this side of that. The trench, the spectacle de merde is coming to a closing. The ditch of despair is no longer there. Boo and Adam helping out. Did you hear my poem, Boo? There once was a pile of dirt from which he could stand on and look under her skirt. She thought he was a perv, and he thought it was just a flirt. There once was a pile of dirt.
Good.
Well, there you go. Okay. I just made it up on the spot.
I like it.
That was freestyle. That was freestyle ditch poetry.
And we were working on a dirt.
The spectacle demurred.
Look, no blisters.
You know,
Red hands.
you know what spectacle demurred is?
Spectacle of shit.
Shit show. that's what. That was what. Yeah, that was one of the titles of one of my videos, because the day started off with the tractor shift lever breaking in my hand, fixing it, the angry pumpkin, getting it tilted, starving out of gas, getting that refired back up, the starter falling out of it that day. So my video that day is titled Spectacle Demurred, or shit show. So I gotta get a piece of PVC for this, and I gotta undig. I've got to dig this side out on the top, because I broke that one. There's a connection there somewhere on that side, because this is just, that one's broke, but it's connected there somewhere. So I got to get that fixed, get that reconnected, and this side, this can get buried in. Right on. Okay, so I cut this off the end of the rundown there. I'll show you, because as you can see, made huge progress. Trench is covered. Trench is covered, except I can't find the other end of that pipe. I'll keep digging back there to see if I can come up with it. But, so we're covered. I left this undone because I cut this line and those fittings that you just saw off down here, installed a valve, because I'm going to put a spigot here. And that line, because I cut that line, and this is all buried now, from that white PVC line that cut over that way, because all it did is come up out of the ground, and then that was going to freeze and break, and then I would have had a real problem. So we just cut that line all together, shortened it up. I'm going to put a spigot along the fence line, so I just got to put that spigot on, and this is all ready to be 100% covered. Got yellow tape and rebar laid out on it, so if some other unlucky soul has to go through what I just went through for the last 6 weeks, they'll have a clue as to what the hell's going on.
Oh, yeah.
Unlike me, it was archaeology is what it was.
No dinosaur bones though.
Well, you got to realize, according to the drawings, there was supposed to be one electrical line going there, one electrical line going there, one water feed going from there to there, and one water feed going from there to there. What it wound up being is 5 water lines, 2 electricals, and so done.
Really?
That's awesome. So spigot will go here, just like that one. I'll do the same thing. Put a piece of culvert over the valve so I can turn it on and off in case something happens with the spigot. I'll put a spigot on that end, stand it up, bury it around. All this will get pushed in. Yahoo!
Hi.
That's Boo, and that's Adam. And that is a pain in the ass. A PETA. That is a PETA. A pain in the ass. Oh, I gotta fix my dog fence too, right there. Can't forget that. Poteets are here?
Oh.
Well, they're used to it. They're used to coming, showing up, and me being All right, Boog, you want to drive the tractor? So now it's just basically getting down to finishing work. I got to do that spigot, like I said, fill that in down there, and then this is all finishing work. I'll have to reseed all this stuff. Kind of hoping I can get this. All right, Sunday, and day is gonna be just like any of my other days, except today I'm waiting on a fitting so I can put this other spigot in the trench over there. And so while I'm awaiting that, I'm gonna go do some mowing that needs to get done. So I'll be working on trench and mowing. How fun is that? Not fun, but it's kind of facetious. And I got, see, this is the stuff that just eats my ass up. This has got to get trimmed. It's just like never ending around here, man. I keep saying that. I don't mean to be bitching about it. Life could be worse. Although we just got our tax bill. Even with selling half the property, our taxes are still like astronomically high, which sucks. All right, well, to my day I begin. To the day I begin. All right, 90 goes in the bottom of this guy. My 90 into the bottom of my spigot here. And I had this stuff around. So I'll use this on the threads and see if I can't get this damn thing done. Pain in my ass for many weeks. This should be the last The last of the Mohicans right here. Wrong part. That's not 1 inch. That's 3/4 inch. Doesn't fit in my pipe whatsoever. That doesn't work. So I'm screwed. That's on it. Okay, so I need 38 inches of pipe here. And guess I can set it up on the hustler here to cut it. So let me get at that. All right, this is the well. I'm back on the well over here while they're doing that. So I got this spigot in, my elbow came in, put the elbow on the end of the spigot, got my culvert cut with the valve down there, except it can't sit down so far because of the other pipe in there. And so I'm gonna have to like hop back down in there, cover that hole up a little bit so stuff doesn't flow back in there and jam me up from getting at that valve. But I figured I'll just use the pieces that I cut out to kind of block that entrance, that gap a little bit. That'll help keep some of the crap out of there. So I'm gonna have to hop down in there again. All right, so I put a little like trap door there in front of that gap to help hold crap back from flowing into it, rocks and whatnot. Can still get up my handle. I'm going to cover it up a little bit and then make sure I can still jack with my handle before I go too far with this. All right, so I just got to true this up, toss some dirt around it. I got a hand shovel around this, get some tape rolling here, and yeah, here we go. 2 spigots, 1, 2. All right, valve, spigot. Check this out. Water. It's a cool thing. Water. That's my garage coming along. Right on. Spigot in place. Valve in place. Just a couple open spots for the ditch. That's to fix the dog fence in there. And I gotta find this other PVC pipe. This one right here. I gotta find where that other end is in there. Right on. All right. This is almost a wrap here. Do all this finishing work, and this is in. A done deal.